The clean girl aesthetic is officially out of the picture. Now we're moving into the mop wife makeup era. Hi, welcome back to my channel. As you read by the title, we are going to try our best to do a mop wife makeup look. I've watched some tutorials on TikTok. I haven't found anything on YouTube on that. I'm trying to give it a shot on YouTube and give you a tutorial. Keep in mind, like, I'm not a professional at all. I used to be very passionate about makeup. The clean girl aesthetic was very nice for the everyday basis, but it didn't really improve my makeup skills. I just like stopped doing makeup, and yeah, I'm back now with a makeup tutorial, I guess. So from what I've gathered is that the mop wife makeup aesthetic is very similar to the 2016 makeup. I feel like it's kind of a combination between the clean girl aesthetic and the 2016 makeup aesthetic. So it's gonna be heavier obviously than the clean girl aesthetic, but it's not gonna be as heavy and as matte as the 2016 makeup. The perfect base doesn't start with foundation, it starts with skincare. So I am using the hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary just because I have like really dry skin naturally. And then I am using the Vitamin E Intense Moisture Cream from The Body Shop. I've been using this since years. It's crazy. Like, I feel like at times I should switch out my skincare routine. But on the other hand, if it's working for me, then why not just use it? I've been using this for, I want to say, like 10 years now. Like, inflation is fucking for real. Like, it is crazy to me because The Body Shop always carried more expensive product. This used to be like 14 euros or something like that, which was already a lot as like a young adult. Now it's like 24 euros and I'm like, what just happened? Excuse me? Now I have to write this on my Christmas wish list. But anyways, we're going to continue with the Body Shop Vitamin E line, and I'm going to use their eye cream. I am old, like I have to use eye cream now. Okay, it says it's an overnight serum, but I don't care. It's also from the Vitamin E series. It's just their face oil serum. Just use a few drops. I think those were like 3 drops. Just like worked it in. My skin is so dry. If you have oily skin, then you obviously don't have to do that. So usually I would just go in with my Fenty Beauty Ease Drop. I feel like it's a little bit too light, and like, not that I need too much coverage, but I feel like that mop wife aesthetic just requires you to be a little bit more full coverage. So I am going to use this foundation from Chanel. I had this since ages, and actually kind of disgusting that I'm still using this, but I really like the formula, giving you so much coverage than the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop, but it's also in a way like very lightweight, and as I mentioned before, I have very dry skin. I really like that it's not too heavy and not too drying. Of course, it wouldn't be a recreation of the 2016 makeup look without using Kylie Cosmetics. So I just recently got a concealer from Kylie Cosmetics, and I just got that because I'm so not happy with my MAC concealer, and I haven't been happy with it since ages, but I was just still using it. Like, if it's not empty, I'm not gonna buy something new, but I was so unhappy with it. I felt like I needed to try out something new. It is so sad, actually. I went into Douglas, which is just like a Sephora Ultra here in Europe, and the shade range, it is just so sad. Kylie Cosmetics was the only brand, literally the only brand that had like multiple colors. I'm sad about this. And this is the first time I'm actually trying out this concealer. This is like a perfect shade. Perfect shade for me. So it feels really nice. Like, in comparison to my MAC concealer, this feels so nice on my skin. Okay, even though I don't really like this MAC concealer, but I have this one which is pretty light, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit. on my eyes just to brighten up the area a little bit. I also put it on my chin, on my forehead, you know the drill, down my nose, blend, blend, blend. To contour, I'm using this, it's actually a foundation stick by Huda Beauty, but I just picked it up on purpose in a couple of shades darker than my skin complexion so I can contour. So with my clean girl aesthetic look, I would never just like go on with that whole thing because I felt like it was way too much product, but now we are wearing heavier makeup, so I am very comfortable with just applying this directly on my skin. So I'm taking again my lighter concealer from MAC. Apply a little bit over here under the contour just to create this very sharp line. This is literally a trust the process moment. Okay, I think it is time to bake. What? I haven't been baking in like so long. So I literally bought this powder. Wait, it comes with a... Oh, it comes with a little brush too. I bought this like before probably 2020. I never opened it before, but I always used it, so I bought it like as a backup, I guess. So this is my Clinique powder, which I always used for baking in 2016 and like up to I think like 2019 or whatever, and I bought a replacement and then suddenly it wasn't a trend anymore and I just had that since then. I am going to use one of those MAC sponges. I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna open the lid. Oh my, this is like an unboxing video as well. Doing that like every single day, I cannot imagine. I really want the clean girl aesthetic to stay a little bit more prominent this year. With the mop wife aesthetic, I noticed that kind of like 2016 brows do have like a comeback, but in a much thinner way. So I am actually gonna use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I really hope this still works. This makes me feel so uncomfortable. I don't know why. Okay, I'm just gonna fill it in lightly and like try to create a much thinner brow. Try to not make them as bushy. So this is quite literally such a combination from the clean girl aesthetic and the 2016 brow era. This is it for the brows. I feel like this one turned out so much better than that one. You be the judge, but like brows are cousins, not twins. And now for the eye makeup. I am so, in a way, so excited. I get to pull out all of my old eyeshadows. So I am going to use the Smashbox eyeshadow. It's just like a brown. So the Mop Wife eye makeup is a little bit more heavy, a bit like smoked out. I've seen a lot of like smoky eyes. I'm gonna apply this shade. Oh my, I did not expect that. I forgot. I forgot how pigmented that is. But it's okay because we're gonna blend. I'm kind of putting this on my crease and then like dragging it down a little bit on my lid. The focus should be more on the crease than on the eyelid. And I have this orange color from MAC, which is called Rule, and I'm just taking the same crease brush and just applying a little bit also on the crease. Orange acts as a really good transition color, and you might not see like that much of a difference, but in person it feels like much more blended. I haven't seen myself in like eyeshadow like that, like dark eyeshadow, in so long. Like I cannot. And next we're gonna bring out an old favorite of like the whole beauty community in 2016, and that is the MAC eyeshadow in the shade Amber Light. And this is just like this sparkly golden eyeshadow, and we're gonna apply that onto the lid. Oh my, the sparkles. It's unreal. Next I'm taking this blending brush and I'm just like trying to blend the shades together. I think it's time to wipe off the baking thing. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's set for a little bit too long. Oh my. Feels very matte. Flashbacks, flashback. Don't you fear, I am just going to apply a makeup setting spray. This is from NYX and this is the dewy finish. Okay, this was a lot, but I want this to feel like skin. We're not quite done yet. I am going to apply some eyeliner. Okay, this for the eye makeup. Okay, I feel like I kind of slayed the eye makeup. Like, it's not too much, but it's still not clean girl aesthetic. Now back onto the face. We are going to actually set my contouring a little bit. And next I'm gonna use a blush, and this one is by MAC. Blush in the shade Fever. It's very burgundy, like purpley burgundy, but I feel like that's kind of like the aesthetic as well. So usually I would just go over my nose a little bit and make it look like I'm a bit sunburned. I feel like that's not the look we're going for today. I'm just gonna blend a little bit. So 2016 makeup was all about highlighting, and you would just like shine and sparkle like a fucking vampire from Twilight. So I think with the Mod Wife makeup you will be using a little bit of highlighter, but like not obviously as much as in 2016. You keep it very clean girl, aesthetically pleasing. So we're gonna use a little bit, but not too much. Blend. So I think the Mod Wife makeup is still a little bit more dewy than the 2016 makeup, so I'm gonna use my setting spray again. Just because the whole baking thing, I feel like it just dried out my skin so much. I've seen a lot of girls using the baking technique with the Mod Wife makeup look. I wouldn't really do that again, to be honest. Just because I felt like it dried out my skin so much and like made it look very matte, which if you want this kind of like look, then go ahead. And of course we need to use a little bit of mascara. I've seen a lot of girls using fake lashes. I don't know, I feel like Mod Wife still gives a little bit of natural vibes to me, and I think like lashes are a bit like over the top, which of course if it was 2016 I would go ahead and apply my lashes. And I am also going to like tight line my waterline. I'm using the Clinique High Impact Custom Black Cayenne. I don't know. Kinda like the look, to be honest. So I've seen some girls like really smoke it out and like put a little bit of eyeshadow down here, so I'm gonna try that as well. I'm just using the same brown eyeshadow I used before my crease. So as for lips, I think this Mod Wife makeup does not require to wear any glosses, so I'm just keeping it like kind of like matte, or like not matte but like more velvet. So we're gonna use a lipstick and just a liner, no gloss, no nothing. And then I'm gonna use this MAC mini lipstick in the shade Whirl. I'm almost out and I'm so sad about this. There we have it. We have the Mod Wife makeup.